I remember when we had the first conversations with Stephanie last year, we thought we need to do something on the face of Liferay for the Swiss market. The Swiss market is belonging to our DACH organization, and it's in a very important market. But since we have never really shown our own Liferay flag individually, apart from big conferences, we decided, okay, let's give it one try. And I made a bet with Stephanie, and I said, if you get more than 50 people registered, I'll buy you a dinner. And as the registrations went on, the numbers went up and up and up. And at the end of the day, we have 100 people registered for this event. I'm not quite sure how many showed up, but the room is very full. So I think I lost a much bigger bet than just a dinner. But I thank Stephanie for her efforts to manage our customers and partners in the Swiss market. And clearly for us today is a milestone day to give you a comprehensive update of what Liferay is, what we are doing, and where we are going. Who knows, at the end of the day, we are a digital experience platform. It's a generic term for something very innovative, very important in these days IT markets. And what we have prepared is the vision where our management wants to take the company in the future, what is the strategy, how we get there, and what is the roadmap looking like. I think there are a lot of new faces. There are very few faces I've seen before, but a lot of new faces. I'm not sure what the depth is. You are familiar with Liferay's products and strategy. So we are going to cover that in a very short, non-detailed way in the first section. Who knows what those two figures stand for? 15 and 0. Any ideas? Any thoughts? 15 is actually the anniversary Liferay is having this year in April. The company has been founded in 2004, Liferay Inc. in Los Angeles, California, after a couple of friends got together around 2000 to build a project for a client of ours. They started to build this project and found out over time that this could be something exciting. So that's when they started then to found the company in 2004. And the 0 is actually something we are very proud of. After 15 years, we have grown the company from being a very small local software company in the US to a global player without any external capital. So we have not been using any money from banks or from investors to grow the company substantially to where it is today. And before looking into the future, it's always worthwhile to take a quick look back where the company's been coming from. You can see in the upper left corner, year 2000, that's when they started to build this first project. Those couple of friends who are still running the company today as our chief executive team, our management team. And they have then started with the first project, which was actually a traditional portal. And this then has evolved over time into something much larger and bigger. And this is now being classified in 2016 as the platform. So from the portal, which is typically a website, a CMS-based system, this technology has expanded to become a global portal which incorporates much more elements, much more components to build a real digital experience platform solution. And we have about 1,800, I think it's more than 2,000 large corporate enterprise customers. Our products are typically suited for the business users. It's nothing, let's say, in the lower end to play with. It's more for the enterprise, for the high-end applications to cover all the needs of a universal, stable platform. We have roughly 22 locations worldwide. Our DACH headquarter is near Frankfurt in Eschborn. We are moving in next month into a new office, much bigger office, though this is giving you an idea. The company is set out for growth. We want to grow bigger in the DACH market, in the DACH region, not only by products, by adding new products, which we have done last year. You can see two of them on this slide in the lower left corner. We have added commerce and we have added Analytics Cloud to our classical DXP platform offering. So the company is expanding. And we are having a relatively large community of almost 200,000 active community users who have contributed to the code because our platform has been built on open source technology, which is a big advantage for many customers. So this is actually supported by this large community of users, of customers, of partners. And The total number of downloads, they are tracking those in the back in the US, is around 5 million downloads of our platform and portal over all these last 15 years. What does that 9 stand for? All those questions to you. Any idea? Maybe I should have brought some nice prizes to incentivize you to give it a go. 9 is an important number because 9 means that this year, again, Liferay for the 9th year in a row has been nominated as one of the leaders in the Gartner Magic Quadrant in the upper right corner. That's actually where all the leaders want to be. And there are big names there. We are the tiniest company and the only open source company being in the upper right corner next to IBM, Salesforce, Sitecore, and Adobe. So those giants, compared to the company size, are leaders, and Liferay has been now for 9 years in a row also regarded as one of the leaders. Now you might ask yourself, why? Why for 9 years in a row? It's a long time, but clearly Gartner has done this comprehensive analysis and recognized the fact that our architecture is extremely flexible. The portal was flexible, but the platform is even more flexible. It is versatile, it can incorporate many elements, and this is a key feature our customers have been looking for, and also other customers who are looking to build a digital experience platform. The second part, why we have been recognized there, is we are open source based. I mentioned briefly before, all the other players are proprietary, and we all know what this means. If you select a proprietary vendor as your supplier, there is always a certain risk of the lock-in. This means technology-wise and also price-wise. It doesn't say that whenever you make a choice, you are somehow locked. But the open source platform underneath is allowing our customers and our partners especially to have more flexibility to add custom-specific elements to the technology and then make it very customer-specific. So this has been also added as a real advantage. And the third most important point, which Gartner figured out in their study, was that Liferay is providing an excellent customer and partner support. That's why I'm proud that our 2 gentlemen from Budapest are here. They are the real proof that this support exists. Another question. 1 plus 3, what could that be? If you had paid attention, you would probably guess the answer. I said before that Liferay for many, many years, for over a decade, has been a single product company. It was just the portal, 5.0, 5.x, 6.x, and then it grew from the portal into the platform, DXP. And clearly the platform has offered more, let's say, functionality, more features to our clients, to integrate solutions, but we also found out that in many discussions with customers, we'd been asked the question, can you provide this, can you provide that? And at the end of the day, a lot of customers were asking for a, let's say, B2B commerce functionality. They did not want a huge, massive shop. They wanted a specific, let's say, technology which they can easily include in the Liferay platform, which offers the basic shop functionalities. And that's the reason why we have acquired a technology which we have termed Commerce, Liferay Commerce, which you can add on our traditional platform. And the same has been the case with Analytics Cloud, because especially the marketing contacts within our customer organizations, they want to track and to measure what are people doing on the platform. How many users, what are they visiting, what is their entry and exit path on websites, on portals, to have a let's say, a quality analysis at the end of the day with the user behavior. And clearly you can choose Google Analytics, which is a very sophisticated and also a very complex technology. What we have decided is to offer to our partners and clients a more condensed version, which is easier to implement, which is easier to use, to give you the analysis data of your clients visiting your portal and your website. And since the trend in the industry has been into cloud for many, many years, doesn't mean that right now DXP does not run in a cloud. It does. It runs on AWS, on Azure. But what we have also then decided is for this year, we are going to announce and to take to market a technology called DXP Cloud, which is an optimized version of our platform, specifically tailored to the needs of cloud environments. And there are specific needs regarding compliance, regarding all the legal issues, service levels you need to consider, but also technologies for software to be deployed in the cloud, basically as a service. This is different to the on-premise implementation Liferay so far has been normally deployed in. And this is something we are piloting right now in the UK with a very famous customer. And I would expect in the second half of this year to make DXP Cloud available also in our Central European markets. So these are the three new things we have added over time to our traditional platform. And if you look at the time scale, which has the same names, the same technologies and announcements on this slide, you can see an extremely accelerated curve regarding innovation. For over 10 years, we've just done one thing, then made a major step into the next environment, DXP. But then within a couple of years, the company is actually almost tripling its product offering. And this is a massive push the company has been undertaking. Again, underlining the fact that we have not taken any external capital for this. So this hopefully is a sign of confidence to our customers and partners that the company is investing in the technology to allow you to take part of the innovation curve. When I'm asked by somebody who has never heard about Liferay, what is Liferay? It's not so easy to explain, so I like to use the example with the Lego toys here. It's a set of modules, of components, of elements which are flexible, which are based on standards, which you can assemble in an easy way. First term is robust. Try to break this one. See if you can break it. I have not been able to break it. Try to step on it, try to twist it, try whatever. Yeah. So robustness is one thing which is a key element of the technology. This open source based technology has been growing over many, many years. The next element is modular. You can see many colors. You can assemble it the way you like. One customer does this, the other customer takes this away, puts this on top, and it all fits. And hopefully it all stands on this table. Solid, flexible, modular. Some people start with a content management system, just building a website, a corporate website. Others add an intranet to it because they want to add more functionality. Red, blue, green could be other systems, third-party systems, which are easily integratable into the DXP platform. So it's the customer's choice or the partner's choice how this stack looks like. And some people might just go for a website, that's all. Or just for an intranet. There are big implementations with some of our clients who just do one thing, and the end user never even knows it's running on Liferay. Because we are providing the platform, the technology. There are many integrated systems like CRM, like accounting systems, are just integrated in a homogeneous way. This is a quick glimpse about the new architecture. On the left side, you see the old architecture, which was coming from the portal. This was all Liferay. Liferay was the base, Liferay was the add-on, and ultimately was providing to you the output as a website, as an intranet, or even on a mobile front end. The right side shows many different colors, like with the Lego toys. Yeah? And the different colors represent different technologies which are non-Liferay. Therefore, it's so important that the interfaces we are offering are standard, and it's easy for you to integrate. And these little dots, they fit. Those are the interfaces, the APIs. Make sure that there's a seamless integration on the top of all the technologies which are underneath. So this is going to be the future. We are going to open up our systems, and headless APIs is one of the buzzwords these days if you are talking about experience platforms. So this is one of the examples where you see that Liferay-based technology, the platform, is allowing you to build a complete solution on top of that. And at the end of the day, it's all about customer journey. Yeah. We want to allow you to build a solution for your clients, for your customers, for your users, to have a seamless customer journey, be it from a smartphone, from a mobile, to a desktop, or even through data extracts, data exports from legacy systems. This should all be running under one seamless approach where all the touch points a client can go through are running smoothless and without interruption. And one of the amazing things is little kids today, they have unbelievable skills to handle cell phones and work with computers. So their expectations regarding a seamless integration, this unique customer experience, are different than the ones I'm used to. And a big example for this is Amazon. Amazon has started out with selling books online. Yeah. In the meantime, you can buy insurance policies from Amazon, which was completely new to me last year when I read this article. Amazon is building a big competence center in the UK so they can sell insurance policies, not the sophisticated ones, but the easy ones, over their online store. And this tells you something. If you are able to manage the unique customer experience, people will almost buy anything from you. Here is a quick snapshot of the markets we are addressing and the type of customers we are addressing. Over time, we have historically become relatively strong in the banking markets, in insurance markets, healthcare, also retail, manufacturing. Those are actually our strong markets, where the portal in the beginning and the platform later on was developing. And you see a few names here, reference customer names. Ideally, we would like to add many names from Switzerland to this list. This is our objective, and I'm very confident to see this audience here that we can add a lot of names here from Switzerland to such a reference list. And at the end of my presentation, of course, I have another question. Numbers again, it's about digitization. And whoever knows what these numbers stand for, I'll buy dinner tonight. Yes? Close, close. I'll buy you a drink. Thanks for trying. It was not bad. It's not bad. Actually, another analysis figured out last year. I was surprised to read that, and I was questioning this because a lot of analyst predictions sometimes are not true. Digital disruption or the digital evolution will wipe out 40% of Fortune 500 companies in the next 10 years. Ouch. That hurts. But you can relax because you are dealing with this subject, so you will not be one of those 40%. That's a good thing. We all know that any technology evolution and revolution is making it sometimes difficult for companies to keep up speed. And some customers or some organizations have not been able to keep up with this. And you all know the name Nokia, for example. Nokia phones. This was the phone when I had the first cell phone. It was not a smartphone, it was a cell phone, but great. You could really talk with this phone. Yeah? And Nokia clearly was leading edge technology for many, many years. Yeah? And do you know what Nokia is doing today? The former phone segment of Nokia? Pardon? No, no. The whole group broke up in many different segments. One piece is left, which is doing server infrastructure for telcos, but the classical mobile piece completely disappeared. Completely disappeared. And they were the number one in the cell phone market. And I cannot imagine that people went from a Nokia phone, which was really slick, smart, everything, to an iPhone or the Android phones just because they had a better touchscreen system. What Nokia missed in the whole game was that those competitors built up a different ecosystem. Some people go to Apple because of this Apple logo, because of the stylish design, functionality. But we all know that once you decide to go down the Apple path, you are entering an ecosystem with your Apple ID. This is your entry to access of applications. And Apple has even been brave enough to offer competitive applications in their ecosystems. You can choose a Spotify app for your phone. You don't have to use Apple Music. Yeah? And they have built an ecosystem allowing it in a very easy way for the customers to get access to value-added applications in their daily lives or in their businesses. It was not because of the touchscreen or because of the Apple that they were able to beat Nokia. There are a couple of other examples. You know BlackBerry, which used to be the #1 mobile email device. Everybody at airports was doing a BlackBerry email. Where's BlackBerry today? Yes, they had a keyboard, they had this little ball, which was always getting dirty in your pockets, and he couldn't roll like he wanted to. Gone. They're doing a little bit of software these days, but no relevance. Another one was the first real mobile smartphone was Palm computer with this little stick. Yeah? Leader in this market segment. Gone. Why? Not because of this little stick, which was no longer good enough. There was no ecosystem behind it. And the Android world and the Apple world built their ecosystem in the back of the front end, and then they won the battle against those market leaders. So you can never be sure that you can ignore the technology which is surrounding you. And some companies are really very fast and very clever to deliver those innovative solutions. And I'm not sure if I should even tell you, but I was at a banking summit last year in Frankfurt. This was so embarrassing to me. Yeah, here comes our Minister of Finance, Mr. Scholz, gives a big speech, keynote speech about Germany needs to be more digital. Everybody needs to go digitization. And here you have the CEOs and the C-level executives of all the German banks there. You know, everybody, yes, you do it. And at the end of his speech, the moderator asked him a question. How are you doing in this world, digitization? Yeah? Are you doing online banking? And you wouldn't believe it. He said, no. So the head of our German Minister of Finance, you know, he has not even adopted it. And that's why a lot of banks in Germany, at least that's what I'm hearing, are having trouble to keep their customer base because the expectation on the customer base is different than it used to be 10 years ago. 10 years ago, every little village in Germany had a banking outlet, opening hours 8 to 5 every day. Somebody sitting there talking to you, managing everything. In today's world, people want to have an app. That's why those direct banks and the fintechs who are building these platforms and applications which easily access your banking stuff from here at any minute, those are winning the battle. That's why the big banks have to reorganize, to lay off people, to close their subsidiaries. And these are the technology trends affecting the businesses. Hopefully today, in our presentations from my colleagues, you will get deeper understanding and a better input and better insight into how Liferay can help you choose the right platform, tailor the platform to your needs, that you are able to face the business challenges you are trying to find a solution for. So thanks again for coming today, and I wish you an entertaining day, and I will probably think of another question I'll ask to keep the bed open for a dinner invitation tonight.